when you have a few simple tools from an expert like you, it does become an opportunity for growth. It becomes an opportunity for self-awareness, for self-compassion, that just because the weather in Chicago can't be changed and you can't change what that other person is doing, that multiple things can be true.
Yeah.
But the thing that we know is always true is that if you're willing to put in the work, you can make the situation that you're in better for yourself.
Yes.
Because you can change the way that you show up. You can change the boundaries that you have.
Correct.
You can change the way that you internalize things or not.
Yeah. And people who are going through these relationships are sometimes thinking, I almost don't want to be happy because it's such a contrast to what I'm in this relationship. So it's a sense of, okay, maybe I'm not going to take care of me, because me not taking care of me fits. It's again, that making it all fit. I say, find those ways, because I call them these tiny acts of rebellion. The way you squeeze in, because if you exercise and they know about it, like, oh, why are you wasting time? You must have a lot of leisure time if you can exercise. But then you realize, like, oh, I have 18 minutes before they get home, and you jump on the treadmill or you throw on the yoga channel on your whatever YouTube you watch, and you do it. Like, you find these tiny acts of rebellion that you could do. Every day you have a goal, and each day for 365 days you do one thing towards the goal, and maybe you finish that degree online. And here's the win: never ever tell the narcissistic person your dreams. Never ever tell them your aspirations, because they will mock you and they will dismantle you, and they will even try to get in the way of them. The rebellion is to go and pursue those dreams without them ever knowing. And once you've done it, you don't even have to share it. And what's really fun to watch is when the narcissist hears from someone else, like, wow, did you hear about that whole thing they set up? And the person's like, why didn't you tell me? And you're like, it didn't seem like that big a deal. And you just get it in there, but never share your dreams with them.
Wow. I'm thinking about this moment in a speech where I was in the audience, and it was a women's conference, and this woman stood up and she was talking about how she had this massive dream of getting this degree online, and that her husband wouldn't allow it.
Nope.
And I remember thinking how sad it was to realize that she was trapped in this life. And, the thing that I want to say is that these tiny acts of rebellion, if you feel like you're trapped in this, and there's multiple things that are true, these tiny 18-minute moments of rebellion are almost like digging a tunnel.
They are.
That allow you over time to escape, because every time you do something that is for you first,
Yes,
and you don't feel the need to share it or get permission, and you keep showing up every day, and you do that exercise, or you do that meditation, or you take that online class, and you don't seek the permission or validation from that narcissist, if you start to exercise that muscle, at some point you're going to wake up,
yes,
and you're going to realize, oh my God, I'm actually above ground and outside the jail. Why did I stay in? Okay, I'm not going to validate myself, but I'm ready to make a big change now.
You start to see, I can do stuff. You by doing those tiny acts of rebellion, there's something in you that gets awoken. You're like, I can do stuff, and maybe I am strong enough to do this or to do that. You meet other people. You get validated in different ways. You get the A on the paper, and the professor says, wow, like, why aren't you going to graduate school? After all those years of being invalidated, to have someone say, there's something special about you. Just that one conversation can change the course of somebody's life, but that's only going to happen when you do all these tiny acts of rebellion. And that might be one of the most important steps to survivorship. This isn't about like storming out and like, oh, I'm leaving you, but you can do all these little things, because I know leaving can feel overwhelming for people. And whatever that might be, it might be reading an entire set of literature, it might be learning another language. You can do that on your own time too. But whatever it looks like, that's somehow getting that new skill, actualizing that dream, and not letting them know about it or harm it, it can awaken something in you, the real you, that may actually allow you to start really distancing from this relationship, if not physically, definitely psychologically.
I just also felt really empowered, because I